Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer courtesy of Will, so thank you so much for picking this one up. And this is Other Half and Cloudwater collaboration, Imaginary Greenscape. So first off, what is this? This is a double IPA brewed with oats, spelt, a little bit of lactose, topped with Citra, Nelson, Cashmere, and Calypso. 8% double IPA, and it's a collaboration. So there you go. You see the Other Half and Cloudwater design right there. So what is Cloudwater? Cloudwater is actually a brewery in Manchester, England, and from what I understand, I haven't had any of these beers yet, but they're apparently brewing some of the best New England style IPA across a pond in Europe, in England. So really cool stuff. Really exciting that the style is jumping all over, not only in New England, but not only in the Northeast, but not only in the U.S. Now it's doing its thing in England as well. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, let's dig in this beer. So beer is really beautiful. Yeah. Full-on haze on there. It literally pours out like freshly squeezed pineapple, mango juice, or whatever you want to call it. It comes in light gold color. Really gorgeous looking beer. Let's get the aroma on this one. I get a little bit of this kind of juicy fruit and kind of candy kind of sweetness. Again, it's a little bit like bubblegum. Maybe a little bit of mango, passion fruit. Some light doughy malts in there. Some maybe the wheat and oats showing through. Smells nice. Cheers. Wow. Not that juicy, actually. Obviously, it has a nice fruit character. Again, I would say it follows with some really sweet orange, a little bit of an orange peel as well, mango, passion fruit, but it really jumps up front of a lot of kind of a bubblegummy kind of character. Bubblegum balls, some juicy fruit. This really follows on that quite aggressively. And really the sweetness up front, combined with that bubblegummy thing, reminds me a little bit of the Tired Hands milkshake beers, because there is a lactose in here, so you get a little bit of extra sweetness. For some, yeah, reminds me a little bit of those beers, but obviously not as insane. There's not that kind of like crazy, intense, juicy quality with tons of fruit addition, but it has a little bit of that reminder. It ends up a little bit dry. There is a solid bitterness on this one too, but I'm actually getting a little bit of the yeast bite. So that's a term that I learned from Augie Carton. And I got a little bit of the Trillium beers, but yeah, it's the yeast, and it just bites you a little bit, hits on the back of the throat, and sort of like, yeah, light sting sometimes, but, and it sticks on the tongue a little bit, sort of like you taste like you're just eating yeast, which is not necessarily unpleasant, but pretty nice beer. Like the creaminess up front, you know, you really get the lactose and the spelt and the O's really offering a nice creaminess, but it cuts off quite aggressively, not semi-aggressively. So it cuts off on the mid palate, dries out quite aggressively, which is nice. And yeah, I mean, I think for me, it does a lot of things I like. It does a lot of things that the New England style kind of beer has. It has a creaminess, it's soft, it's delicate, it somehow rides on the palate and actually like cleans up the palate pretty well. Pretty dangerous for 8%, but I wish it was a little bit more aromatic, that you were getting this like freshly squeezed kind of juice kind of thing. If there's a recipe and, you know, whatever they're doing to this beer, if they could integrate those hops and make this really very much smoothie-like, then I think it would sell with that creaminess and that yeast expression and those bubblegummy kind of flavors and the beer drying out quite nicely. But for me, it doesn't really have everything quite there. So like the aromatics and that hop expression really needs to be, you know, a little bit more boisterous. So that's our rating. Still very good though. Let's go with a 94 on this one. 94, awesome stuff. So first time trying anything with Cloudwater's hands on it. Can't wait to hopefully try some crazy Cloudwater beers in the future. But until next time, guys, cheers. Let me know if you've had Cloudwater, if you've had this beer. Any questions below, post in the comments. Later.